application of derivatives. So application of derivatives. So that means you apply derivatives to find out rate of change of variable y with respect to x. So generally y equal to f of x is a function. Okay, as x changes, there will be some change in y.
Yes.
As x changes, there will be some change in y. So that we calculate. And literally the meaning of dy by dx, the meaning of dy by dx, meaning itself is that. What is that? Rate of change in y with respect to x. Rate of
Okay.
change in y with the meaning itself is that rate of change in y with respect to x. Okay, generally what is that we do in derivatives when we find f dash of x? What is that f dash of x? This is only dy by dx is nothing but what f dash. What is that f dash of x? F of x plus h minus f of x by h as h tends to 0. Understand? So it means what? Let's there is a curve. Okay, let's there is a curve. Yes, so now let's take a curve and then understand that. So x-axis and y-axis, and then let there be a curve like this. Now this is x, right? Now there is a small change in x, that is h change. That means change is what? Actually, change means what? You increase by a quantity or decrease by a quantity. Change in variable x, so some 10 is there. It's equal to change in 10 means what? Either it will increase or it will decrease. That's the only change. So x, there is a change in x. That is what some increment. Okay, h is increased or h is decreased. Some small change. H I am taking. Also, sometimes delta x is also used to indicate the change in x. So now let's say there is a small change in x, that is h. So just I am writing here h this much actually. That is a small change. Mean what? Very, very delta change. When they say delta indicates very, very small change. So then this point it comes here. Some little bit it changed. So increased, right? So then what will happen till? So here what x comma. Now this curve, let's say this curve is f of x. So if you take this as x, then this is y. Y means what? F of x. Y means f of x. Okay, this is y. That is f of x. Now here, this is x plus h. And here, this is y means what? Y means what? F of here, if you substitute x plus h, then f of x plus h. Okay. Now, what is rate of change means what? Rate of change at a point. Okay. Rate of change at a point. At a point here, let's take that point is some x1. I am taking as x1 just for understand. Point is x1. At x1, how it has changed? Okay, rate of change at every point, how it is changing. This change means what? It will increase or decrease. That we understand. I will make you understand that. Now, rate of change at a point x equal to x1. Let's take. See, rate of change at a point. You know what? At a point means here. Now, this curve is there like this secant. Okay, this is called secant. Okay, this is called secant. Let's take this here. This is the secant line AB. Okay, rate of change at a point is how now this h is limit h tends to 0 as h is tending to 0. The h is tending to 0 means what? It is very, very, very close to 0 means what? What is h change actually? H is what is change. This is what is change. Okay. So as this is very close to 0 means what? Very small change. Okay. Very small change. When there is small change in x, that is h change. So then this how it will change? You see this one. No? We write f of x1 plus h minus f of x1 by Here y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. What is x2? x1 plus h minus h1. Okay, that means what, this is as h is close to 0. That means what, this secant becomes what, tangent. That means what, this is like this. This becomes like this. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? This h is
I
close.
didn't understand that. What does that mean?
Yeah,
I didn't understand this part.
yeah, that's what. So yeah, secant line is there. Secant line is there. Now this one is the secant line. Now this h is very small. That means what, when h is here, then what will happen? This much you get. Then h is very small. It comes close. Then you will get what? You will get, this is secant line. This is called, the circle is there. Line,
Okay.
secant line, secant line, secant line. Then it becomes so tangent. You understand?
Tangent. Okay, right.
This becomes
So
tangent.
secant is the line that intersects a curve at 2 points, and
Two
a
different
tangent
points.
is one
Tangent is
that's
only
just
at
one.
one
Okay.
point. So the
Yeah.
rate of changes, the rate of changes, what is the tangent, and this is what, slope. This is what is slope. Yes or no? Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is slope. Now slope of what you get? Slope of tangent is what you get? Slope of tangent. Slope of
Okay.
tangent. That means what? Rate of change. Now that means what, see, now this tangent is here. Now when it comes to point, this tangent is like this. When it comes to a point, tangent is like this. That means what is increasing? The curve is increasing curve. Understand?
Yeah.
So by using the rate of change, you can understand whether the curve is increasing or decreasing. Whether it is increasing curve or decreasing curve.
Yeah.
Of course, at every point you can understand at every point how it is changing. What is the rate of change? So this only we indicate what, dy by dx at x equal to x1. At point x1, how y is changing with respect to x.
Okay.
This is only called the rate of change. That means
Yes.
simple. Okay, now you will understand better. But as of now, what you should understand, rate of change means what, you need to find out derivative. Okay, rate of change is nothing but derivative. But rate of change always is calculated with respect to time. Nothing is given. Rate of change, nothing is given. With respect to x means you understand. With respect to x, let's say rate of change in y with respect to x means what? dy by dt by dx by dt. Like that it is. Okay, nothing is given. What is the rate of change in the variable x? Rate of change means what, dy by dt only. You should find out. Nothing is given. What is, how it is changing? That means what, with respect to time. Okay.
Yeah.
So simple. That means rate of change means you should understand with respect to what variable. Right?
Yeah.
So here you see, find rate of change of area of the circle per second with respect to its radius r. He only gave with respect to radius r. Okay, rate of change in area. That is, area is what, a equal to pi r square. With respect to r only is saying. Now when r is pi, I so told now when x equal to, at what point? At r equal to pi. At what point? Rate of change at what point? So at r equal to pi. So now with respect to radius means what, dA by dr. Okay. Now dA by dr, what is a? A is pi r square. Okay, when a is pi r square, dA by dr becomes what? d by dr of a is pi r square. Pi if
Yeah.
r square is 2r. This is what is 2 pi r, but r is what? R is 5. At what point? At 5.
Yeah.
So at 5, you substitute 5, that is 10 pi. This is what is rate of change in area with respect to radius. That means what? When radius is changing, how, what is the rate of change in area? How the area is changing? How fast it is changing, how slow it is changing, whether it is increasing or decreasing, that's what we understand. Right? Now,
Yeah.
next question, see. The volume of a cube is increasing. He gave actually first what you should understand. You should first write the information. What is that he gave? Volume of the cube is increasing. I told you now, change means what, either increasing or decreasing. Increasing at the rate of 9 cubic centimeters per second. Per second.
Yeah.
Per second means what, So rate of change in volume. This is d by dt with respect to time. is 9
Yeah.
cubic centimeters per second. See, this is what is given. First, you should understand what is given. Okay, and what is asked? How fast is the surface area increasing? Surface area. Okay, cube. This is cube. Okay, surface area. Let's take surface area some s. He is asking ds by dt. Okay, when
Yeah.
length of the edge is 10 centimeters. Okay, when length of the edge is 10 centimeters. Okay, question is ds by dt when L equal to 10 centimeters. This is what is the question. First, you should write.
Yeah.
So now let's take length is taking x. So length of the edge, this cube. So this cube, and so cube means what? You should know length of the edge, right? Length of the edge. This edge is what you should know. These are all edges. 12 edges will be there. So these are all edges, right? This 4 edges and this 4 edges and this 2 edges here, 2 edges here. All 12 edges. So here you need to understand the edge is x because here all x only, all this is cube. Cube means what all will be equal. So x, so volume is x cube. Okay, volume is x cube. And the surface area is what? Surface area, this is x square. Like that 6 spaces, 6x square. So here, yeah, what is given? dv by dt is given, and you need to find out ds by dt when x is 10 centimeters. Okay, now dv by dt, but actually what is dv by dt? V is this. You can directly find V is x cube, dv by dt is what? Understand 3x square into dx by dt because it is with respect to time. Yes or no?
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
to time. So 3x square dx by dt. But what is given dv by dt? 9. Understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you substitute here 9, right? dv by dt is 3x square and dx by dt. Then you get dx
Yeah.
by dt, you get. That is what? 3 by x square you get. Understand?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
find ds by dt. S is 6x square. Now, ds by dt is what? 6 into x square ka 2x into dx by dt. What is x? At what point? X is 10 centimeters. So 10 centimeters, so you substitute here 10 centimeters. Okay.
Yeah.
And dx by dt you found. This is given for that purpose.
Okay.
To find out dx by dt only that's given. Here x is not substituted because x depends on at what point. So here at x equal 10 centimeters. Lastly, you can substitute that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see
Yeah.
it is substituted. And after substitution, here it is. 6 into 2x. 12x into dx by dt is 3 by x square. You get this 36 by x is 10. X is 10. That is 3.6 centimeters square per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also same thing. Fourth question like that. But of course, here one thing is given which you need to know that the total cost in rupees associated with the product of X units of an item is given by. This is okay. Total cost
Yeah.
associated with the product of X units of an item. So for X units of production, the cost function, the cost from C of X is cost function is given like this. So that depending on X production, X units production, you will get the cost. Okay,
Yeah.
you will get the cost. This
Yeah.
Find the marginal cost when 3 units are produced. See, whenever you use marginal cost, this means rate of change in cost.
Yeah.
So rate of change in cost means what? dc by dx. That's it. That's it. You need to understand. Where by marginal cost, we mean the instantaneous rate of change in total cost. Okay. You understand total cost. What is it? So the cost is this much C of X. So
Yeah.
Rate of change in cost means what? So he gave already. Okay, this, but in exam they will not do. Okay, you should understand that. Marginal cost is rate of change of total cost with respect to output. Right, that is X units. No? So DC
Yeah.
that you need to understand. So total revenue in rupees, cost of revenue is same thing. So now when he gives revenue, he asked what is the rate of instantaneous. Okay, marginal revenue they will ask. Marginal revenue means what? Instantaneous, same thing. Rate of change in revenue is marginal revenue. Marginal revenue means what? Rate of change in marginal revenue is nothing but what? Rate of change in revenue. Revenue or cost is same thing. You understand? So that you need to understand that will not be given in problem. So that you need to understand. They use that terminology. That terminology means rate of change. Simple. Okay. Now this is the these are the questions we have, and so easy. Just you need to find out derivative and substitute the value of x. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now we'll do few questions. So you please try. Second question. First question is direct substitution. Second question is somewhat how fast surface area. Volume of the cube is increasing. Same thing we did. Huh? How fast is surface area increasing when the length of the edge is 12 centimeters? Same thing. Okay, that will not do. So we will do this. Fourth question. An edge of a variable cube is increasing at the rate of 3 centimeters per second. How fast is the volume of the cube increasing when the edge is 10 centimeters long? Okay, we can do this question. Fourth.
Right. Let me see.
Loud, speak loud.
Yes, sir. I'll try it.
Yeah, please.
Would you represent it as dx by dt is equal
Yeah,
to
good,
3?
good. Dx by dt. Yeah, good. Dx by dt. Yeah. Okay, we take edge as x. Yeah. An edge of variable cube is increasing at the rate of. So variable cube means what is changing cube is increasing at the rate of 3 centimeters per second. Yes. Volume of the cube, how fast is the volume of the cube increasing in the edges and centimeters. What is asking?
Asking for the how fast is the volume of the cube increasing on the edge? Um, 1 second. Is it 900? I'm not sure.
Now, what is it asking?
How
What?
fast the volume of the cube is increasing when the edge is 10 centimeters long?
So, what does that mean in mathematical terms? D,
dv by dt.
yeah, dv by dt is what? When x is 10 centimeters. That's it. So, what is v? V is actually x cube.
Yeah.
So, dv by dt is 3x square into dx by dt. That's what dx by dt is what is given. 3 into x is 10 square. Right into dx by dt is again 3. So, yeah, as you said, it's 900 centimeter cube per second. Like that.
Yes.
So, today is
And minus 5 centimeter.
good.
Okay. dp is equal, and dy by dt is equal to 4 centimeter per minute.
Okay.
Then
You need to find out rate of change of perimeter. Let's say perimeter is, perimeter is perimeter. What is the perimeter?
2 into 2 into brackets x plus y. Yeah.
Okay. So he's asking dp by d.
Yeah.
dp by dt is what? Twice into
dx by dt plus dy by dt.
c. You need to substitute. And now B is what area? What is the area?
Area is xy.
X1. dA by dt. Yeah, tell me what is the dA by dt?
dA by dt would be dx. Wait. Dx by dt into y
Very good.
plus y by dt into x.
dy by dt into x or x into dy by dt, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you need to substitute. That's it. Over x into
Is
dy
the
by dt.
perimeter change minus 2 centimeters per minute?
Yes.
Okay. And dx by dt into this.
Yes.
Okay, so this would be minus.
So decreasing. That means what perimeter is decreasing at the rate of 2 centimeter per minute.
Yes. By 6. Is the area increasing at 2 centimeters square per minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next question is what? A balloon which always remains spherical on inflation is being inflated by pumping in 900 cubic centimeters per cubic centimeters of gas per second. That means what? dV by dt is given. Find the rate of change in the radius of the balloon. Okay, that
Right.
is, yeah. Which the radius of the balloon increases when the radius is 15 centimeters, right? dV by dt is given, you need to find out dr by dt, direct question. Like this, so that there is nothing much, you are able to see now that nothing much, right?
Yeah.
Understand? So next
Formula.
question number 9. A balloon which always remains spherical has a variable radius. Find the rate at which its volume is increasing with the radius when later is, that means radius is 10 centimeters. Okay, here radius is given. Okay, you need to find out volume. That means rate of change in volume. So this also is the 10th question is the only question you have little difficulty. 10th question. Understand? Only 10th question, whole chapter. Only 10th question have little difficulty. So then
Can
we
you do
will
the ninth one as well? I'm a bit confused on that.
Yes.
The ninth one. Can you do the